Yo. What's going on? Welcome back to the stream. We are back. I'm gonna be finishing up Phoenix Wright today. And we're gonna have a good time. If we have some time after we finish, I'll probably hop on Overwatch, but till then, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna wait for someone to join me here. Get all my things set up here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Where are we? We are okay, cool. Okay. Cute. What's up, Brandy? How you doing? How's your day been? How was your weekend? Get in here. Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. You?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice.
How was your weekend?
It was fine.
Good.
How you settle into the new job? How's it going?
It's going all right. Still learning, but it's super chill, so I like it.
Nice.
Yeah, got my first paycheck today, but it was only for 1 week.
Oh yeah. So paycheck you.
Yeah, for real.
Oh.
I was supposed to get it Friday, but something happened with them when they put it into payroll, and it messed up the bank transaction, so they had to fix that. So they just gave me a check today. It's gonna be a very interesting ending to this game, I think. Yeah, I think so too. I think so as well. All right, let's see here. You ready for the end of this game, Vari?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know how long it's gonna take, but we'll see.
Okay.
What?
I said I fucked up.
Well, I guess we can go ahead and get started. And people doing what they're doing, as always. We had a 10-minute recess, right? We're still trying to stall for time.
Oh yeah. Oh. Right. Well, what's going on with my situation?
The killer. Looks like he got away again. 30 minutes. We can't find her in that time.
Hey, we found her. Imagine. Report.
Is that Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth?
We don't have time. Just spit it out.
Right. It looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. Hey, Gumby's here.
A few
Gumby.
things. Gumby?
Gumby. You can be a gumshoe. How you doing, Gumby?
Good. Busy.
Yeah, I feel it. Can we use any of them as evidence?
Oh, I'm not watching the stream yet. Oh.
You're really quiet.
Oh, I thought you'd ask, pal. I've got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over.
Really?
That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first.
We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. Is he on the phone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
And those guys aren't looking at swipe the stuff around.
What?
Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I'm gonna put the law on the hold for now.
Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this.
With my hunk of junk car, I'd say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me.
All right. Just get here in one piece.
Oh,
He cares.
I'm on a mission, and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light.
No!
Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this.
Oh, God.
Gumshoe crash into the building?
I guess so.
Imagine. Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me. Oh no.
No one can stop me.
If you would have at least crashed into this building, we could have gotten evidence.
Just like he's like in the front of the hood. It's like I got it.
What happened?
It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well.
What was he thinking? We got to hurry and call for help.
But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken, and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them.
No, we can't let that happen.
Well, if there's a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance.
Why, oh why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? I'm going to assume that there is.
Just look at the North Star in the sky.
Hang on. I'm gonna cheat real quick. 1 second. You listen here, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, there it is. If we didn't play this game twice a week, we would remember. There is a way. That's right.
Oh.
There is a way.
Didn't Von Karma put like a tracking device on him?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. What? How?
I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this.
My badge.
Yeah. Here's a copy of my badge.
Why are you bringing up friends this guy at a time like... Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have.
Franziska. Will she even want to help us?
No.
Edgeworth.
What is it?
I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death.
Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry unless... Nope. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not. That can only be seen after the verdict has been decided.
The verdict.
Bailiff?
Is the prosecutor Edgeworth here?
Yes, bailiff.
There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent.
They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. Here.
All right.
Oh, and I'll stretch my mic this way.
Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
He looks so upset.
He looks tan.
He kind of does.
I don't think the lighting's just off. He looks a little different.
I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth?
That is... It's nothing, Your Honor. I
What?
just need to shit.
I'm passing a kidney stone.
What's up, Shannon? How you doing? What's wrong with Edgeworth?
Oh.
It looks like something unexpected just happened to him.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note.
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery.
What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It is a fake.
Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impax, then who wrote it?
Bitch, how would he know? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, analysis. I don't know which one to use, honestly.
Analysis.
Analysis. It appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Cordia.
Mr. Corda,
Well, well.
how you doing? I'm doing good, Shannon. I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. We're finishing this game today.
It looks like Miss Impact's never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about Ungard.
That doesn't mean she didn't.
However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Ungard could not have known that, and so that fact remains unchanged.
That facts.
Who said that fact?
That's a bad translation.
Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it.
That does sound very plausible. This theory that Ungard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it.
Is that word lying?
It's no use. Something feels wrong, but I can't put my finger on what it is. Actually, there is something I would like to ask. Mr. Edgeworth, you had stated something earlier to the effect of the defendant had spied on Mr. Corrida's private life. I believe this would mean that he would have known about the note as well. That's it. Yes, and so naturally, this means Mr. Ungard would have known that the note was a fake.
That's not true.
Order. See here, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I was the one who thought of the spying thing. Jumping in and stealing my thunder like that is simply... I can't even describe it. Yes, sorry. I could have even bragged about how embarrassing Mr. Edgeworth... Wait, I could have even bragged about embarrassing Mr. Edgeworth to my grandchild. Had you not? For that, I assign you a penalty, Mr. Wright.
What?
You asshole. What? If only I kept my mouth shut. So then,
Sure.
the defendant knew this suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Hold on, I want you to read something real fast. That's funny. I could have presented the evidence there, the evidence of the spying, or chose back down. So and in the thing it says, for stealing the judge's thunder and the risk of a penalty, choose back down. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Ungard's motive for murder was, it had suddenly disappeared into thin air.
But Your Honor, it's not as if I almost said Mr. Ungard. It's not as if Mr. Ungard monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Yep. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Ungard didn't know of. Like on the toilet. He could have written it there.
Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth. Looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave.
As I figured.
Oh, as you figured.
As I figured. It come down to this after all.
Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense.
Bitch, none of this makes sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? Sorry, I'm trying to open my water.
What next?
If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Ungard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle.
Well, I agree with you there.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time.
What's up, Mooter? How you doing? How was your day? How was everyone's weekend? Excuse
Murder.
me. Oh, well, that's fine.
However, this witness is a little unusual.
Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all. Unusual. Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth?
This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley D. Killer to commit murder?
That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness?
It is,
Yes, go on. Who is it?
the man himself, Mr. Shelley D. Killer.
Oh, Mr. De Killer. Wait! Shelley De Killer? You mean the killer? I mean the assassin?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's coming here? To the witness stand?
Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission.
Well, Mr. Wright? Yes? Is this all right with you? Do I have a choice here?
What kind of a question is that?
Can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it's really all right to do this.
Very well, then. The prosecution calls its witness to the stand.
Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us?
Now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please.
It's the radio.
I'm trying to remember what the heck I did for this.
Very good, sir.
This guy.
Why does he have stitches in his head?
That's a great question.
My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin.
Say, what is going on here?
Your Honor?
How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio?
Actually, Your Honor, it's crackling.
God
Actually, Your Honor.
damn it. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know. I like continued trying to read it.
That's a big ass radio.
Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. D. Killer will testify to this court.
So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself.
Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelley D. Killer.
I understand. Please wait a second.
1. Oh.
I'm so hungry.
Maya! The voice. Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer. It looks like we've run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so...
Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else.
And what would that be?
At the request of a client, you, Killer, Mr. Wait. Nope. Nope. At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corda. Is that correct? Or is this correct?
It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida.
Ooh.
Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client.
Very well.
This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it, a bad dream. Shelley the Killer. What is he going to say?
There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client.
Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us.
While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. D. Killer is only stating the truth.
Illiterate.
Oh. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by his one belief, or this one belief.
You mean about this trust between his client and himself thing? Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor.
There's no way to know what's coming next. So stay cool and collected, Phoenix.
This is, well, if you think the parrot is weird in the last game. He didn't say anything. What am I cross-examining? Hold it!
Hold it.
We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your client's...
I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means?
Sorry, go on. Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. It's only because you don't know about Maya's situation. Hold it. The trust between you and your client.
I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome.
And that is why you're testifying in this manner.
This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me.
But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust?
It has never happened before, but if it ever did,
Yes?
that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly...
That's enough. Please, no more.
Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway.
Rat him out. Rat him out.
Right? Hold it. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this will be very bad for them.
It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside their prescribed role.
Hello, Chase.
Hi, Cheese.
Hello.
How you
On the
doing?
phone.
What?
Sorry, I'm late. I was on the phone.
Oh, all good. All good. You want to take the judge
No.
of the 4 people talking?
Who are the 4 people?
Phoenix, Edward, the judge, and the killer.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the judge. Their role?
This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves.
The killer agreed to be a witness, but this is the only way he would do it, through the transceiver.
That makes sense. He's a killer.
Right.
He's the killer.
I'm the
He's
killer.
the killer. He's the killer.
And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
You. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? Ho ho ho!
To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die?
No, I didn't say anything. Ho ho ho!
The judge had better watch himself. Don't. Hold on. There we go.
I don't know if that was a sneeze or a cough, but bless you.
Yeah, bless you.
Bless you.
It was a cough.
And cough you if it was a cough.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules.
A person who frames another is the worst kind of human.
And that's why you feel you can betray this person?
I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role.
Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured?
Yes. Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic?
This case just keeps getting better and better.
If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed.
Everyone understands your point, I think, really.
In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek.
You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready.
Excellent. This cup smells like cinnamon.
Let's see. Oh. This one's
Now then, I do believe it's about time I revealed the name of my client, don't you agree?
Hold it.
What is it?
I can't bring myself to ask the client's name.
If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corda?
That person's name is...
Oh, he gets shot.
Battery runs out.
Adrian Andrews.
I fucking knew it.
What?
What?
Oh, this is that moment in anime where everyone goes, eh?
Yeah.
Witness.
The music's kicking in.
Did it not come through?
I did.
Oh, I heard you.
That's not who you told me it was earlier.
Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor?
Ooh.
You should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews.
What?
That's a big ass transceiver. Big ass radio.
This can't be. On the phone earlier.
What's going on here?
Yeah, there, Chase.
My guess is that Mr. Dakilla just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back.
Stabbed Edgeworth in the back.
I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. Dakilla told him a different name, Matt Ungard, perhaps.
Mr. Tequila. I knew it.
This is outrageous. I was deceived.
He just wants his recognition.
This witness is telling a very serious lie.
But you were the one who summoned this witness.
You, Shelley the Killer.
My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt Ungard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal.
Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this.
Yeah.
The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. Dakilla's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all.
No.
With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Ungard is innocent.
Wash, 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 wash.
I seem to have caused all of you a bit of confusion. Please, continue your discussion, and call me when you have reached a verdict.
Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? With the way this is going, Ungard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya.
Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And on guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this?
I mean, Maya gets to live.
Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant?
Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley D. Killer is certainly lying under oath. Oh.
It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie.
Sanders.
The suicide note may have been fake, or a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. Tequila himself has testified. It's impossible for someone to lie on my stand. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Governor. Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button donning the Nickel Samurai costume.
Yeah, but she did that after.
Right.
It's like, even just like, why would she do that then?
But that's...
Even motive. You know that Miss Celeste's impact was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say that you have plenty of reason to want them both dead.
I know. Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me.
Damn. Damn,
Yes.
it's crazy, girl.
I know the truth.
Mr. Wright. Oh, Av, did you want to take the judge?
I was gonna ask, was somebody already doing the judge?
You can take him.
All right, fuck it. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe you have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
What to decide? Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do?
Continue.
Phoenix,
I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept I'm not guilty.
you are a lawyer.
I know. But met on guard as a killer, a murderer.
You're saying this in front of everyone.
I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than on guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten on guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. And trust him?
Yes, you do.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright?
You're crackling. Yeah, sorry. It was like, I was hoping it would stop eventually, but it didn't. Right.
That witness was cleared. That witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done.
I'm telling me I do my job, Judge.
Hold on, did you come from across the room suddenly to in the room?
No. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lives and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please reestablish connection with Mr. DeKella.
Called the killer.
Right away, Your Honor.
You look so happy.
Has a verdict been reached?
Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more.
About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for?
Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done.
What is he talking about? Usually done.
But what shall we have him testify about now?
Mr. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail.
You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime. while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
This is a most unexpected turn of events for the, fifth time in a row. However, this time, everything has finally been revealed.
Just a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
We still have the cross-examination to do.
But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here.
Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then
I'll expose the lies in that also beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
That makes two of us. Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Objection! Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller.
What is the meaning of that attitude?
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered.
But how? How do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass?
Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that woman. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon?
Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct?
I'm afraid you're mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all.
How strange.
Yes.
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Objection!
I just want to
It's like,
say
oh, wait.
that wait, I forgot that fast. It was something. Oh, what if the killer just hates Mr. Corida? Like, what if he just secretly hates Mr. Corida and that's why he killed? Like, there is no assassin plan. Like, this was just one of those ones that he was like, yeah, fuck this guy.
I hate seeing him on TV.
Yeah, I think he just hates him.
Well,
Like, I
we
honestly
know
don't
that's
think
not
anyone
the
hired
case.
him. I don't think anyone hired him.
We know that's
He
not
just
the
hates
case.
him. Anyway, Phoenix. If the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say
Yeah.
things like that without any evidence.
I was trying to come up with like a clever if the killer finds out we're in the trouble, but I could not come up with what. Really trying so hard.
Ah, sorry.
Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you.
Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken.
Very well.
Now I have to buy us more time. We wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies within those items.
Cut to Gumshoe just like on the curb.
He's like not even close.
Yeah, he hasn't moved.
This request came to me, about a week ago.
About a week
It was a
ago.
request for my services on the night of award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes.
So you physically met your client, huh?
Oh yes, we got physical. That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. About a week ago. 1 week ago. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind.
Please, stop.
In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind.
A specific date and time. Morning. Did you ask why on that specific night?
No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions.
Your suspicions, huh? So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night?
I'm sure it was all for the bear.
The bear?
My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me.
You must be talking about this bear puzzle.
Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim bought it with... Nope. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its content at the press conference, after all.
That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where the bear figurine was.
See.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
What the killer said sounds plausible, but in the end, it's just his conjecture. No, Your Honor, I don't think it's very important.
Well then, witness, please continue.
We met.
So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right?
Of course I did.
What was that? What was that brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details.
We're crackling.
Oh,
I-
okay. All right, Discord, you listen here. You fucking listen here, Discord. I will fight you. Oh,
I always keep my clients in the matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail.
Ooh, 1 minute. And why is that?
Because I value the trust between the client with myself above all else. The only way to respect is that
You're extra quiet.
here you go, look.
the eye. Is that better?
Go,
Hello?
say it again.
Hello?
We hear you.
And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Again?
Oh. Why he meets his clients is not important. And that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions.
What do you mean by that?
My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought, I can trust this person as a client.
It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any
It was very important.
It's very important. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance.
Huh? Really?
Now, if that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony.
Very well. From the moment I saw him, I thought, I can trust this person as a client.
No.
I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time?
Yes, that is correct.
And that's when you thought he was trustworthy?
How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale.
What?
Shelley the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews.
Why would you say that?
Yes, why would you?
Because you made one very big slip-up. About her.
So, what is the issue? Oh, what did you say just now? About her?
If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman.
Oh!
Radio pro.
Order! Order! In the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following: that he always meets face to face with his clients when taking their requests.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person.
Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. D. Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews.
Sweating.
Oil.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However... Wait, is that boy dripping oil?
Yep.
It's shitting.
Why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name.
Yes, I see.
Unlucky for Mr. D. Killer. The entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with.
What? What is going on?
Beep, 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 beep.
Shelley the Killer! This court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another.
So, does that mean you remember something different now?
Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more.
Oh, you know he's just gonna spit out more lies.
Very well. But this time, please give us the truth, and nothing but the truth.
Never.
Fuck you, Judge.
Literally a killer.
Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name of the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man.
Hmm. So you took this job through a letter?
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he is definitely lying.
Oh.
Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us.
I know. Can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
Hold it. 2 or 3 other things?
Yes.
And what were these other things?
A few other things, nothing to do with the case.
What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Welcome. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide.
Mr. Attorney,
Yes?
everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client?
That's...
I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one,
Wait. Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Fuck 'em. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were.
if it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine.
The bear figurine.
After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing.
And where was that figurine?
It was inside Mr. Corrida's suitcase.
And then, what did you do next?
I handed it over to my client right away.
You gave it to your client. Interesting.
Oh shit, Judge.
This information certainly sounds important to me.
Boom, 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 boom.
Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony.
As you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews.
Hold it.
We have the bear.
I love that stuffed bear in the face.
Jelly the Killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it.
This item?
I see where you're going.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Not invited.
Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony.
And I was going to burn it for her sake.
If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it.
Oh no!
Order! Order! So that's where you two were going?
So, by the very fact that this suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means...
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Oh!
Damn, boy, your components came out.
Order! Order! Oh!
Mr. Phoenix, right. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement.
How would you say that in court?
Right. No, that's not.
That's enough. Sorry. If that is your intention, then there's only one thing for me to do.
Wait, please.
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must tend to.
Just tell him about the fucking video.
No, please, not that. Please wait.
Say goodbye to Maya. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise...
What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Tequila?
Oh, my fault.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough?
Well, we should.
Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll...
The prosecution.
What has come over everyone? Even you are...
The prosecution rests.
What is going on around here?
Oh, got that. The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
The prosecution's hungry.
Ooh. What? Okay.
All right.
Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution resists, I'm sorry. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. Tequila testimony is accurate. What? That would mean that Shelly Tequila's client is Adrian Andrews.
Yeah.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
if if I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt on God, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder.
You gotta say it like that.
Murder.
Miss Andrews would be charged with murder.
The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt on God, to the stand.
The items from Dakila's hideout didn't make it in time. Did you hear me?
Yeah, hold on. I'm reading. Oh, okay. Alright.
We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out.
Can't believe it.
The outcome now lies in your hands.
In your hands. Alright. Real quick, I'm gonna save.
Cut the gumshoe crawling. I'm on my way.
Gumshoe comes out behind the judge's stand. Hey, pal, I made it in time.
Looks like I made it in time.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh, this is me. Damn. He's being nice too. Dude, did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would it would appear you are innocent.
Ha. My nigga, you were on the stand. You were on the stand.
You want to bring that drink in here?
So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. On Guard. What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing, and that
Wait. I don't know who that is, but I don't care.
quote.
And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap is just as atrocious. Don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent. I got bitches to fuck. Right, Mr. Lawyer?
I like that that glass of whiskey was just either in his pocket or they were ready for him.
Should I side with justice or should I save Maya's life?
Justice reigns from above.
I was just thinking that.
You'd better get and guard a guilty sentence, okay?
What if I did that? Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I
You
make,
can always get her out of jail.
someone's life is going to end. You know, that's true. Just prove it later.
Yeah, but even if you prove it later, because he was already found innocent of this, he can't be tried for the same thing. In some places.
That's true. That's true. It all hinges on what I choose. Well, that's true, but if they even if they can't charge him, if they know she's not guilty, they have to let her out.
Yeah.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save here.
Final statement, these nuts, Judge. Whoa, got him.
If the person who hired the assassin was Miss Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt on guard, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you?
Right.
I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I just have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt on guard, is
Guilty.
Guilty.
all right. So hold on. Apparently, there are two endings.
What?
2 options and 2 endings? Never would have figured that.
So
I hope you believe in reincarnation, Maya.
If he gets not guilty, Maya will never trust us again.
That's true.
It's just the fact that he didn't like bring up like at all at any point that his client was recording him to blackmail him. He could have just called and been like, so you know that your client was recording you with this bear.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I was thinking about doing both endings, but we don't need to.
No? Oh, are we just gonna like watch one on YouTube?
No, I mean, it's just I don't think it's a like actual ending. I think it's just the opposite of what happens, basically.
No.
Anyways, he's guilty. We gotta honor Maya's dying wish.
But now I'll never take Maya to my chambers.
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright.
I'll explain where it breaks off to a bad ending.
Matt on guard, your client deserves an answer.
Also, fuck him for saying my lawyer's gonna say whatever I want. Bitch, you thought. Sorry. Matt on guard is.
Oh.
You healed from a gunshot wound that fast?
Francisca von Karma. That was like 2 days ago.
What are you? Oh.
I should be whipping people that she just got shot.
You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool.
Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them?
You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. A Von Karma is perfect in every way.
Not true.
The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor.
She spanked him.
All of the items are inside this.
Cut to him in like bandages in a hospital bed, his thumb's like straight up.
I did it. What a filthy old coat this is.
That's Gumshoes. I could spot his tattered rags anywhere.
They have to call him poor. He lost his job.
I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in.
Fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what's inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence. This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
Au contraire.
What?
Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I don't know why I cut off like that. I expected more. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence.
I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer.
Nope, she's turning an Edgeworth.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence.
Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around, like a miracle. I'm sure of it.
That is all we can hope for.
The first item is a pistol.
Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? Does that pistol have any relation to this case?
Yes, he fucking shot me with it.
You fucking shot me, Daniel.
We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything more nope, can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me.
Hey, I was right. That's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it?
That's what I believe, yes.
Oh, it's like I forgot that happened.
I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento.
Tell me engine my whip now.
I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test.
So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Franziska. It's probably not going to help us very much. Small clever pistol is thought to have been fired by the killer at Franziska.
The second piece of evidence is this videotape.
I bet the killer took that from On Guard Mansion. Have you checked the contents of that tape?
Unfortunately, there was no time to.
Oh yeah.
But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
because he came back to his hideout for it.
The killer went back for it?
That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site.
So I was face to face with the killer.
But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelley D. Killer is no ordinary man.
One of the items retrieved. The killer violently tried to recover it. Contents unknown.
The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform.
Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Was that used during the crime?
I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets.
There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder.
There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform.
And what is that?
There's a button missing on this uniform.
A button?
The button?
A very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue.
Worn by the killer on the night of the murder. One of his special buttons is missing.
That is all I have to present, Your Honor.
It's just as I thought.
And what is that, Your Honor?
I'm sure. Were we under normal circumstances? These items from Shelley Tequila's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing.
It is. Who is the client?
Yes, that is correct.
Listen, why is he calling me? Answer that shit.
And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he?
Is this the end?
Phoenix.
I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there?
I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen.
Whip out your badge. Whip out your badge. Whip out your badge.
You've come this far. You can't give up now.
But no matter how you think about it, it's...
Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us.
2.
The first, make Matt Ungard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict.
Huh?
The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go.
That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible.
The second way? Force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go.
Mia, that's even more impossible. He is a man who values his duty toward his client above all else.
I know both of these seem impossible feats at first. But if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle.
The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them.
Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us?
The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around?
Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it?
The person who needs the evidence.
The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there's one person who is yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth may be what will bring the miracle in the end.
There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence.
I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Then you want to show the evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance.
One chance.
Ooh, excuse me. Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person.
That's impossible. To turn this situation around in one try.
One try. That is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking On Guard down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to?
The killer.
I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence would you like to show this person?
Show him the egg.
The killer. My bad. The killer.
Take that.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
Uh, I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness.
Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier.
All right. Looks like I managed to convince him.
You would think he would know what's on it, considering he tried to get it back.
Maya, she's okay, right?
Didn't I tell you? Oh, shoot.
Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Well, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence?
Yes. One is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
Thought so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know the contents of this tape?
I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. So I have absolutely no idea.
Actually, you were on this tape.
Me?
There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded.
What?
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Who was it that planted a camera?
Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Adrian Andrews.
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you.
I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
Why did Matt on guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to see Juan get his. Didn't trust your skill. They wanted to blackmail you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said.
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all, assassins. Oh, come on, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's in. Oh, sorry. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want.
Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer?
Oh! It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client.
I have one question for the witness.
Yes?
You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all.
Yes, that's right.
But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then that client would become my next target.
Hey, we're
For
about to
the
get both
honor.
miracles.
For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to my exact punishment.
Mm-hmm.
I see. That's all I wanted to know.
I love that.
I see.
So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around.
Mr. Wright,
Yes?
my contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item.
Maya said, "What the? I'm not an item." Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness.
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I am short of... I don't quite know what just happened there. With the... Ah!
I saw you.
Still the judge.
Well, that's still the judge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Miss Von Karma, where did that...
She always has you in her sights.
I got you in my sights.
Now, I do believe it is time to finally hand down the verdict.
Mr. On Guard, looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy.
But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched this video.
Help me.
Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this all right with you, Mr. Wright?
We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you.
Right, Chief. Not guilty. After all that. Like, fuck him. Matt on guard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here.
Me. My wonderful self. Guilty.
Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. God damn.
Guilty.
Oh god.
God damn.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth.
We? I don't remember you helping out much in this.
Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard?
I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip leather right about now.
Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes.
Ooh, what's up, Shay? How you doing? Mobile Twitch makes me so mad. Yeah, Twitch mobile sucks. The mobile app sucks.
I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair.
Wrong game.
Yeah. It took me a minute.
Monokuma shows up.
Despair? Did someone call me?
She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did.
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved.
Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile.
I am really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment.
Wow.
This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.
So, at the part where he asked who I wanted to show evidence to, if I had chosen anyone other than the killer, basically, Matt would have been not guilty. And then it says, you run out of the courtroom, Andrews is convicted, and Maya is released, but you never saw her again.
I just like, fuck you.
And then it says, you think this so-called miracle never happened because it never existed. You never believed in miracles since.
Yeah.
Damn.
You were great out there, Phoenix.
What I did out there was right, wasn't it?
This is the first time you've gotten your client off.
Not.
Oh, you've
Yeah.
not gotten your client off. Oh, that's turned into a different kind of video. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all that to what's really important. My breasts. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right?
Yes, I understand now.
Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about how the incredible decision you had to make. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter.
Can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt on guard, is...
Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer? Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you.
Right.
Edgeworth.
I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Pearls.
You're telling the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe.
Edgeworth just witnessed Maya turning into Pearl. Turning back into Pearl.
She is on her way here as we speak in a patrol car.
I wonder if it's a gradual change or if it just happens immediately.
Hope it happens immediately.
I hope I have immediately,
It's
too.
like a poof of smoke. It's like,
It's like the butler on Black Butler, Tanaka.
Uh-huh.
He literally like deflates into an old man. It's funny.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! Did it, Mr. Nick?
Oh, He punches deceptively hard for a kid.
That didn't come through at all.
Wait, hold on.
I believed in you.
There we go.
I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her.
Thanks.
Oh,
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
Out earlier. Thanks. Ow.
Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy?
I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma.
How dare you?
Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. No, and she's already been shot, so she's on her way.
Edgeworth?
For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then, Merry Christmas. It was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office.
Never to return again.
And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
Well,
Nope.
as well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die.
But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. Oh, no, nah.
What foolish nonsense.
We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you.
Promise you the truth.
Yes. That's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Vengeance. Boom.
Chase.
Sorry.
Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
These motherfucking skeletons are taking all my resources.
Really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself.
You pathetic fool.
Miss Von Karma!
Oops. Hello, window. Come back. Come back. Sorry.
I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over.
Francisca threw something on the ground just now.
This is an electromagnetic receiver.
Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe?
I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. No, well, thank goodness.
Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Really?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably
Oh.
Maya.
Nick! Also, look what came up on my anime titty game.
What?
In stream reviewing chat.
Oh.
The bottom
D
right.
Killer Wife.
Killer wife.
The killer wife.
Nice.
The killer wife.
D Killer Wife.
Anyways, continue.
Maya.
Jeez.
The fucking skeletons.
Mystic Maya!
Why she grabbing his titties like that? What's going on?
I want those boobs.
Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got Engar convicted, like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you, like a bad ghost through Pearly. Blah.
Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Apparently.
Right.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it.
Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved you're all right.
Hey. It looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago.
Heh.
She's still hungry.
All right. I think it's time we go out and get...
But nope.
All right. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick. Food. Grub. Chow. I'm starved. I'm so hungry. Even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick.
You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least.
Smith, please.
This girl ain't ate in 3 days.
If you insist.
All right.
Damn, two dads and his daughters.
All right. So how about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast.
Come on, Nick. Food.
Do 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 do.
Hey.
He lives.
Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Gumshoe, are you all right?
Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole. Of all things.
A telephone pole. And it wasn't a red light that got him.
You did it again, city boy. I feel like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me. And I ain't joking.
Get in there,
Oh,
Gumby.
holy shit.
Get in there, Gumby.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the last episode of Steel Samurai.
Thanks.
Now looky here, Mr. Snooty prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it tonight, even.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now, everyone gather around. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
It's like Lotta bought herself a new camera.
Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating.
So let's go chow down, pal.
Sorry, I was drinking water.
Amen to yeah. Amen to that, pal. Amen.
Or amen. I don't know. Amen.
You know, when you think about it, you really were the one who saved the day, Detective.
Oh, me? You really think so?
He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending.
Ah, well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the kid hideout, I was sure I took 4.
What?
4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket.
There was a 4th item?
Ah, come on, y'all. It's over. But... Oh, shit. But, oh boy, I tell you, you really are something else.
It's still you.
It's still me. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh?
You think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
Chase.
Being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture.
God damn it, man. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So there's this picture of yours. Where's this picture of yours?
See it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture.
You know, I don't know where it went.
It's not gonna pick up the aw. I've tried like 6 different aw. I've tried it so many times.
Got that one.
Yeah, I got that.
That's too bad.
Well, it's all right. It wasn't anything important anyway.
Ah. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again.
Danger.
What is it, Edgeworth?
This thing is picking something up.
That's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on.
That's odd. Even though you're standing right here. The tracking device seems to be in a different location.
Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir.
Ooh, he's fishy.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet.
You've eaten way too much, you glutton.
I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I need to photosynthesize.
Wait,
What?
I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there.
What can I say except you're welcome? If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right?
I feel like words alone aren't enough here. Wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel.
How about a smoke?
Aw, fuck. Why can't we say? Do the right thing. I don't know what the right thing is, but
The gun.
what's this?
My bad.
Give him the killer's gun. It's a new gun. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her.
You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
Like Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya.
Yes, Pearly?
Go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean.
Pearly? Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway. So, who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say, thank you, Nick. Or thank you to Nick.
Huh?
There's movie stars there.
Yeah. I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for 3,000.
Huh?
Actually, I reckon I bought it for 1 second. Actually, I reckon I bought it for me since it's on your tab and all.
Reckon you bought it for me. Huh?
It's great, Mr. Nick.
Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming?
Ah, you don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out.
You're the real you.
Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all.
All right then, you say so.
Objection! You just hear him in the background go, he's just screaming into the pillow.
Objection!
You really came through for us, Nick. Or me, I don't know. I had to hide that letter. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro.
Be ready for your lines.
There's no stopping you now.
Believe it, you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the two of you, just in case.
We'll let this child make reservations.
That's what I was thinking.
Fire them. Fire them now. Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is bad. I knew it crashing along, but goddamn, everything is the only way to live, pal.
Letting that one go is bad for society.
Oh, this chick.
I, Maggie Bird, am retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joy to people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright.
What a downgrade.
Oh God.
Fucking. Yes, you're here to visit a patient. I'm Dr. Hottie, Director Hottie. Ho. Recently, yes, that girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. Yes, but I remember if I even laid so much as an eye on her, it would go crack. It didn't matter if I got whipped. So, yes, ho.
Damn, it looks like he's on crack. Scratching and stuff.
He owns something for sure.
It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, sweetie, and to let the world know we are serious. I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe.
Hey, Max. Oops. You really think there's castles made of cake? Wait a
I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at Moe's jokes. Moe's.
Mo.
I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm going to be more contemporary with my humor. More girls represent.
We got ourselves a new act, you know. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it.
I didn't know all these people will be here.
The end cast.
Whole bag.
What's that, Drat? It's an ordinary electric razor. I can't believe this. Really? How long do they plan on making me do this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so it means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? It was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me, called me Queen Wendy, and treated me like royalty, and didn't feel pain and was gonna speak. Oh, burn playing with fire very dangerous because I
got everyone's butt hers. I'm so mad.
That was really fast.
That's what she does.
I didn't even have time to take the lid off the cup. Like, I was reading and trying to take the lid off the cup at the same time.
I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from
Why she in
bottom of
oh,
my
yeah.
heart, I think. Oh, that's right. I received it. Okay. She said that after getting out, I should feel free to consult her about something I didn't get to read. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. Fucking hate it.
it's actually like so fast.
The killer.
Oh shit.
It's become difficult for me to this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity.
Self-destruct. This radio will self-destruct in.
Reminds me of Spectre Gadget.
International departures, gate 12. Where are you going, Francisca? I'm guessing that's Edgeworth.
Where are you going, Francisca?
How did you know I was here?
With this
Oh.
That's
I heard you were planning. No, yeah, I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example.
that's just like you.
Nope, that's wrong voice.
I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage,
She love him.
Mm-hmm.
but it's going in the trash. I promise you that.
No, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting.
Oh, we made out of the parking lot once, sir.
Hmm? Score.
When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
4 things.
It seems he put that last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here. It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over.
What are you going to do now?
That's none of your business.
Are you running away?
Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Franziska.
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. I had to be one. I had to.
You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
That wasn't a part of the job. Speaking of that,
I don't think she could take that on a
Wright
plane.
gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? Now whip her.
Right in the
I'm
airport.
going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
Trust us.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you.
Damn.
And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge.
I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews?
You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me after I'd left you behind all these years. I was gone for a year. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you're going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma.
Look at her, she's so cute.
I am Franziska von Karma.
Oh, voice changed.
I don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Or don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. I'm sure we'll meet again in battle.
I'm guessing that's her.
Yeah.
Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again.
Bitch, you can't just withhold evidence.
No, she did.
Fucking like
What
father,
is it?
like daughter.
Oh, the picture.
Man, she even got our slick back too.
Oh, the picture. I just like realized. I just connected the dots. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Picture that Maya drew.
Okay.
Why would she keep that? I don't understand.
Oh, it against the killer probably to show that Maya was being held.
Yeah, but I mean, she could have given it to us after the trial.
She's fucking weird.
And she kept Gumshoe's jacket.
She's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
I will communicate with you guys in Discord about the next game. Like I said, I think it's gonna be V3. But I have to look up Danganronpa V3.
Oh my god, it's back at it again.
But I have to look up whether Multiple Despair Girls is important or not. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this game and for today.
Okay.
Nice.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having us.
Of course,
Thank
of
you for having
course.
us.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. I'll see y'all next week.
Good
See you
night.
next week.
Alright, bye-bye. Alright, guys, I'm gonna get on about here in the stream. I didn't expect that to take 2 hours. I thought it was gonna be like 1 hour at most, but it's fine. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I will probably just do some Overwatch. Most likely. I think Thursday we're gonna be playing Sea of Thieves with Victoria and whoever she is recruited to play. If she's found enough people, if she hasn't found enough people, then I'll be asking people. We will see. Let me see. Is he still alive? I don't think so. No, he's not. All right, cool. We're gonna raid Michelle. We're gonna raid Tatted Poodle. Go show Michelle some love. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow, either 7 or 8 p.m. It depends on what time I get home, really. But Yeah, man. Y'all go show some love. As always, if you're here and you haven't already, make sure you join that Discord. Follow the socials. Do things. If you're on the YouTube, the links are in the description. And I'll be back tomorrow. Hope everyone has a great night. I love you, and I'll see you later.